Hey YouTube, welcome back to the homestead. So tonight I thought I would do something a little cool, mostly because I'm kind of bored. It's January and I absolutely cannot start any plants outside, and I really can't even get going on my spring planting indoors for at least another month. However, I decided I'm gonna try something anyway. Because if it doesn't work, worst case scenario, I'm out a handful of seeds. And best case scenario, I'm in a good position to have at least one plant that I really like ready to go for outdoor planting. So tonight I have in front of me two separate breeds of basil. I have cinnamon basil, which I've never actually had it before. And then I have dark purple opal basil. Now both of these are from Baker Creek. In addition to that, I have a $5 Walmart, like little Jiffy mini greenhouse planting thing. Never played with it before. And I also have a jar. And so tonight, as part of my frugal gardening series, I want to see which option is better between the two. Now, they're both very cheap options because the Jiffy home greenhouse, that was only $5 in the outdoor section at Walmart. And then my glass jar, basically free for this use. It was a sweet pickle jar, so I think I paid like $3 for it when I bought sweet pickles a few months ago. So I've cleaned it out, I've removed the label, and I'm going to plant some basil in both. Now this is tiny, so I'm not going to be able to put both breeds in it, so I'm only going to do the cinnamon basil, mostly because if that doesn't work out, I don't think I'm going to lose too much sleep. And then in my Jiffy planter, I'm going to devote half of that to the purple basil and then the other half to cinnamon basil. So I figured I'd bring you guys along with me as I try to figure out which of these two long-term works the best. So let's get going. Okay. So I have my Jiffy planter. I have the instructions. I've already read them off to the side as it is. It does call for 1 3/4 cup of warm water. So I've already got that off to the side right here, just so I can get going with it. I also have a natural and organic seed starting soil that I bought at Walmart. I think it's like $6, $7 a bag. So I'm going to use a little bit of that in my glass jar to get a planter going. Now the objective here is to figure out if paying $5 for the seed start tray plus the little brown pellets is a more cost-effective solution to starting some plants versus just repurposing a jar and filling it up with planting mix, basically. So with this, what it wants me to do first is pour 1 3/4 cup water in this. And then it says, pour off excess water when pellets are fully expanded, about 1 to 1.5 inches, which would be 2.5 to 3.8 centimeters tall. So I'm going to give these just a couple of minutes to soak up the water. In the meantime, I'm going to open up my soil starting mix, and I'm going to go ahead and scoop some into here. So let me get some of this scooped in. Oh, well, I might as well just get my hands dirty. Try not to get them too dirty, because I am indoors. Okay. So I have filled this jar almost up to the rim full of soil. So that's that. I'm going to put this right over here. You got to see this. Those little tiny flat pellets. That sucker's expanded. Look how big that got. That is crazy. Let me just rearrange those, give them another couple of minutes. And then what I'll do is I'll step away brief. Actually, I don't even need to step away. Then what I'll do is I'll drain the little bit of extra water that they have into my container. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, at this point, they've soaked up all the water. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go get a little bit more water in this so that I can moisten this up. Okay, so I've got my water here. Let me go ahead and pre-moisten this just so I can make sure. Ooh, I am glad that I went and got some water. Pour just a little bit more down in here. Now I don't want to leave this soil like sopping wet, but I also don't want to leave it so dry to where the seed may not survive. And the soil that I've already got in here, it's soaking it up nicely. So I'm just going to take another handful and put it in the jar. Alright. And then I'm just going to put a little bit more water in here because it will help compact the soil down a bit. Now with these plant starts, step 2 of the instructions say gently pull back netting on top of pellets. Fluff and level surface peat, sow 2 to 3 seeds per pellet. Cover lightly with peat. Place dome on. Alright. So let's do this. Because it'll be a lot easier for me to handle them while they're in the tray. Or while they're out of the tray than it is while they're in. Okay. So now it wants me to gently pull back this netting that's holding the soil in place. So I've done that. So it says throw 2 to 3 seeds in. Oh, wow. These seeds are tiny. Look at that. And it wants 2 to 3 seeds per pellet? Okay. Man, I don't even have small enough fingers to grab 2 or 3. There's one. Somebody's texting me. There's 2. And here's 3. So now it just wants me to cover it back up. Okay. And remember, half of it's going to be the purple basil, and then the other half is going to be cinnamon basil. So in my right hand is cinnamon basil. I'm just dropping a few seeds into each of these pods. All right, actually let me seal that up. Okay, so now I just cover everything back up. And that's it. So then the instructions say when the plant sprouts to go ahead and throw this on top of it. Well, not like that. That would be a terrible idea. But this acts as... Actually, no. Place dome on train, keep a warm location away from direct sunlight. Okay. So a warm location away from direct sunlight would be literally right here on my table. And then for the sake of it, I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. So I'm going to leave these two here until and unless I see some seed starts. Now, to be honest, I'm not entirely comfortable that this is going to sprout because the soil is soaked. My bad. But nevertheless, it's worth a shot. Like I think it might work. If it does, then I have to decide, which option is the better of the two. Honestly, I think the Jiffy is going to be the better option between the two of them because, I don't know, it just feels a little bit more official. But, I don't know, the jar may work. I have seen people grow things in jars like that before, so that's also a possibility for success. But what I'll do is I will do just a quick couple-minute update every couple of weeks. I figure if I don't see any signs of growth within, say, 2 weeks on these, then the experiment was a fail across the board, which it could have either been the seeds, it could be the time of the year, or it could be gross incompetence. So what I will probably do, because I think there's a way to put a poll, so I'll put a poll probably up above my head on the reasons this may fail. And that'll be time of the year, equipment, or incompetence. So in the meantime, guys, like I said, I'll update you every couple of weeks. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, throw some comments down below on whether you think I'm absolutely insane in doing this wrong. And in the meantime, I'll catch you guys later.